Enfield, Illinois. Population less than 1,000. Small town America. Quiet streets, friendly people. A place where you'd least expect something terrifying to lurk. But something did. It chose this peaceful town to make its presence known. To unleash something unexplainable. To this day, Enfield still hasn't recovered. The year was 1973. The summer heat hung heavy in the air, making the nights still and close. The air, thick with humidity, carried the sounds of crickets chirping and the distant croaking of frogs. Beneath this facade of tranquility, a palpable sense of dread began to settle over Enfield, because something was out there, hiding in the shadows, watching, waiting. Henry McDaniel's heart pounded in his chest. He stood on his porch, shotgun clutched in his hands, eyes darting to the shadows. Just moments ago he saw it. A creature, something he couldn't explain. It was tall, with powerful three-toed feet. Its eyes, glowing yellow in the darkness, seemed to pierce through him. He had been returning home from a late-night visit to his brother's house. As he turned onto Soupy Road, his headlights flickered across something unusual. A large, dark figure stood by the side of the road. Its eyes, two glowing orbs, met his in a chilling stare. He slammed on the brakes, the car skidding to a stop. The creature, startled by the sudden noise, let out a hissing sound that sent chills down Henry's spine. He could hear the creature moving, its heavy steps crunching on the gravel. Henry didn't waste any time. He threw the car into reverse and sped back towards town. Sheriff Ronnie Williams listened carefully to Henry's story. He'd heard strange rumors spreading through town the last few days. Whispers of something unusual lurking in the shadows, but he'd dismissed them as pranks, kids with overactive imaginations. Now, looking at the fear etched on Henry's face, he wasn't so sure. He gathered Deputy Miller and drove out to Soupy Road. The night was eerily quiet. The only sounds were the chirping of crickets and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. They scanned the area with their flashlights, their beams cutting through the darkness. And then they saw them. Footprints. Large, three-toed prints pressed into the soft earth. These were no animal tracks. These were something else. Something unknown. Section 4. Whispers in the Wind. News of the creature, now dubbed the Enfield Monster, spread through the town like wildfire. Fear and curiosity gripped the residents of Enfield. People were afraid to go out at night. Parents kept their children close. The unknown had a way of turning fear into paranoia. Every night, groups of armed residents would gather, patrolling the streets, hoping to catch a glimpse of the creature. The local newspaper ran daily stories, fueling the fire of speculation. The Enfield Monster wasn't just a local story anymore. Reporters from all over the country descended upon the small town, eager to cover the strange happenings. Enfield, once a sleepy town, was thrust into the national spotlight. Section 5. Theories and speculation. Theories about the creature's origin ran rampant. Some whispered about escaped experiments from a nearby government facility. Others spoke of ancient legends, creatures lurking in the shadows since the beginning of time. Cryptozoologists flocked to Enfield, eager to add the Enfield Monster to their list of documented creatures. But the creature, despite the numerous sightings, remained a mystery. There were no clear photographs, no concrete evidence, just fleeting glimpses, terrifying encounters, and those strange three-toed footprints. Was it real? Or was it, as some skeptics argued, a case of mass hysteria, a figment of imagination fueled by fear and the unknown? Section 6. The Enfield Monster's Shadow. The sightings eventually stopped, the whispers died down. Life in Enfield slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy. But the memory of the Enfield Monster lingered. The fear, the excitement, the mystery, it all left an indelible mark on the town. Even today, years later, if you visit Enfield and mention the Enfield Monster, you'll see a flicker of something in the eyes of the locals. Fear, fascination, or perhaps a quiet acknowledgement that some things in this world defy explanation. The Enfield Monster, real or imagined, continues to cast a long shadow over the small town of Enfield, Illinois, a constant reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create in our minds.